It's Bob's 2-Minute Blitz, star columnist Bob Kravitz's take on what's hot in Indianapolis sports.
Okay, so now what happens to Larry Bird? Just because Jim O'Brien is gone, and hallelujah for that, doesn't mean Pacers owner Herb Simon is done trying to fix things. And that may eventually involve Larry Legend. It all depends on how these last few months go. What we've got now basically is a referendum on Bird. Until now, we could all blame it on O'Brien and his goofy rotations and his acerbic personality. But now he's out the door, and we're going to find out if these players, Bird's players, are really any good. And if they're not, if they don't make the playoffs in an Eastern Conference where all that's necessary to make the postseason is a pulse, then Bird is gone. Simon might not even have to tell him he's gone. If this team fails to make the postseason, Bird is likely to say, you know what? I didn't get it done, so I'm done. If you look at the bigger picture, Bird has done a good job getting the Pacers out of salary cap hell. He got rid of Jermaine O'Neal. He moved Troy Murphy for Darren Collison. And he hasn't taken on any onerous contracts which will make the Pacers a financial player these next few months. The smaller picture, though, he's been a mixed bag as a talent coordinator. There have been some big hits, notably Danny Granger. And there have been some misses, some really big misses like Sean Williams. And the jury is still out on Roy Hibbert, Brandon Rush, Tyler Hansbrough, and Paul George. None of the mid-level free agents have made much of an impact. And to this day, I'm still wondering why they signed Dante Jones when he didn't fit into O'Brien's system. The next 2 months will tell the story. Not only do the Pacers have to reach the playoffs, but Bird has to make some of those expiring contracts, deal some of them for solid players. And he needs to do it before the late February trade deadline. Free agency, you can forget about that. Andre Kirilenko is not going to turn this franchise around. Right now, the interim coach, Frank Vogel, has this in his favor. He's not Jim O'Brien. Clearly, this team needed a new voice. How they'll respond, though, is anybody's guess. If it all falls apart, it is time for a clean sweep, top to bottom, front office to the bench. The corner is about to be turned in this franchise's history, and Herb Simon needs the right people at the top to send it in the right direction. I'm Bob Kravitz.